Welcome, my beautiful family. Today we're making Jamaican-inspired rice and peas. It is an entire feast. We're serving it with Escovitch Fish. Woo, it's gonna be colorful, it's gonna be tangy, it's gonna be just absolutely, delicious, yes. So far, we soaked 2 cups of small red beans for about 3 hours. I had other things I was doing, so that gave me time to do that. What that does is it softens the beans so it's quicker to cook, and then it also gets rid of some of the gassiness we get from eating beans. Now after that, we washed it and then we cooked it in some water. We cooked it for about 35 minutes until it became al dente. So you crush it between 2 fingers and it should crush readily but shouldn't be mushy. And that's the state we're at right now. Right now we're going to wash our rice. I have 3 cups of jasmine rice. Fragrant, long grain, elegant, very beautiful. We're going to wash it until the water runs clear and we're going to put it in the rice and then we'll start layering our seasonings. Exciting, let's get going. And the best time to season your rice and beans is when they actually become unified. So I went in with some vegetable bouillon as well as some salt. Stir it together. So now they are both going to be evenly seasoned. And for aromatics, we have 6 scallions, 3 sprigs of thyme, which I tied together to form a bouquet. Then you also need the fragrance of a Scotch bonnet chili. Leave the head on to contain the heat it presents with. Now I also have here a green blend that I made with some parsley and some other aromatics. I'm going to be adding that plus some coconut milk. I'm just using the one from the can and it's perfect. I like the Thai brand of coconut canned milk because it has very few additives. All right, now into the pot they all go. And by the way, I get that from Costco, the canned coconut milk. And I pour the whole can in there. I have previously shared the video and recipe to the green seasoning mix I used in here. So you can check that out. Yes, it is full of aromatics such as flat leaf parsley, garlic, ginger, some other herbs. And so it's seriously handy when you need to make any savory dish fragrant. Now, in the absence of that, you don't need it. You just need to use your chili, your scallion, and possibly a few cloves of garlic crushed. All right, friends, so we covered the pot. We let it cook on medium heat for 15 minutes. We went back and stirred it to fluff it up and covered it with a parchment paper to catch the steam to cook each rice grain through, and covered it again with the lid. Turned the heat down to the lowest setting, which is 2 out of 10, and cooked for 30 minutes, and voila. That is all she wrote. Yes. That's what I was going to say. That's all she wrote. Now stir it, fluff it up some more, and it's ready to serve, friends. That easy. All right, friends. So next step in our feast production today is the fish. I'm going to clean it up. I have 3 red snappers with a yellow tail. I love this fish because it's really tasty and I love the texture of it. It's been cleaned already by the fishmonger. However, I need to go in and do some finishing touches to it. They don't always remove all the scales. So I'll be working on that. And I also have my fresh vegetables for the escovitch part of this entire feast. So let's get moving with that. And for the sole purpose of presentation, the heads of these fish will be left on. However, you can cut yours off without a problem. I'm also removing some of the gut. They left some of them in there. Unbelievable. The mouth also gets removed because I just was taught to clean fish that way. Give them a rinse and they are ready to go. One thing you want to do though is you want to pat them as dry as you can get them before you score them, so they're not slipping in your hand while you're scoring. And after scouring, you'll notice the flesh releases more moisture. You should go in and pat them again so you're not forming soup around the fish when you introduce your seasoning. And for scouring, use 2 diagonal incisions that cross each other. A few on each side makes for easier eating experience, and it also looks pretty when cooked. To season the fish, I used my green fresh seasoning, salt, pepper, Old Bay, lemon pepper, paprika, a little bit of cooking olive oil to turn this whole thing into a paste, which I'll be smearing onto the fish inside its guts and in between all those scoring marks. Oh yes, and I thought I better go in too with some acid, so I used the juice of half a lemon. So how do I know I needed acid? I tasted, and then I realized, no, this thing needs acid. And sure enough, when I added it, it made it perfect. A very basic cooking tip from your sister Madame. Taste your sauces as you make them because it might just need that magical transformation from a very simple ingredient, such as acid from a lemon or lime. Next on the menu is our Escovitch pickled vegetables. I have my carrot I've peeled and now cutting them into thick, stunning strips. I will also be using some bell peppers, the red, the green, the yellow, and the orange, just to bring that pop of color. Yes, make it look like the rainbow. And I will be giving them all the same treatment, cutting them into strips. I will also bring in an onion. I'm using a white onion. Friends, enjoy the process as I cut up my vegetables. Now that is such a delight to just set your eyes on. They look so gorgeous. Set them aside. Now let's work on our pickling solution. 2 cups of water to start with. And then we're going to add 1 cup of distilled vinegar. Then to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. Next item we're going to use is our allspice or pimento. The taste profile of these resemble black peppercorns and cinnamon put together. I also added 1 star anise, some salt, and crushed black pepper. What we're going to do is bring it to a light boil. That way the salt and the sugar will completely dissolve, leaving the solution nice and hot. We're also going to add 1 clove of garlic. I left it in its peel after crushing it ever so lightly. Now remove it from the range once it comes to a light boil and everything looks dissolved and it's fragrant. It should be really fragrant. Then you should also go in with a little bit of oil in a separate wok. Make sure it's nice and smoky before you go in with your array of vegetables. You want to cook this under a minute. What you're doing is just a quick stir fry. You will get a few caramelized marks and that is just perfect. You don't want to overcook these. You just want that wok-kissed essence. So under a minute will do. Then pour it into your pickling solution, which is still hot. Then you want to go in with some chilies. Now, typically with Escovitch, the chilies will go in while you're cooking your pickling solution. I left them for later because I don't want to infuse too much heat, just due to the simple fact that my kiddos will also be indulging here. Now it's time to fry the fish. Before I fry it, which it's been sitting for about 10 to 15 minutes, I coat them lightly with some cornstarch to get them even crispier. And then we fry in some cooking oil. Now, if you're not a fan of fried food, that's totally fine. The fish, just as they're coming from marinating, can be steamed or even baked or roasted in the oven. You just don't need the cornstarch, okay? So, yes, I have a lot of baked or roasted fish or grilled fish recipes on this channel. You can follow the same procedure and it'll be just as good, if not better. Now, don't these look perfect? If perfection was 3 pieces of fish, it will look just like this. Yes, crispy skin, moist flesh, cooked and seasoned to the bone. And here comes our pickled Escovitch vegetables. And yes, that just brings that pop of color that makes it even more delightful. You take one look at it and you just want to dig in, friends. And our rice and peas are also ready. We had our salad that we've shared the video on already, also served alongside this feast. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And I hope that this is inspiring you. You can throw a quick feast together for your deserving, grateful family and make it look gorgeous. This salad we made with roasted corn, avocado, cucumber, tomatoes, onions dressed in a light vinaigrette, and the perfect complement to this feast. And we've shared the video already, so check it out. And look at this fish. Did I say it was moist? I did. And there's the proof. It's very flaky, it's very delicate, and it was seasoned to the bone. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are absolutely delighted, excited, and inspired to try everything we have on the menu today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Yeah, like the video, subscribe. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below. And don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Nanaaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.